Hi there. So I have a Dracaena plant, otherwise known as a corn plant, and recently I got these really beautiful flowers growing. They're not in bloom right now because it is during the day. They only bloom at night. But I've been trying to do a lot of research on this plant and these flowers, and I haven't come up with much. So I decided to make a video, hopefully helping anyone else who has this plant that is growing flowers. So this video is to show you just, how big my plant is. And I've had it for about 3 or 4 years now. And a website said that they only grow these flowers when they're in really happy environments. As you can see, I have it right by the window, so it gets lots of sun during the day. I think that might be why it's really happy. Um, but recently, you can see um, some of these almost look like they're dying. They look kind of brown. I'm not sure why. Again, I cannot find much on these flowers. It doesn't seem like it happens to most plants. I know someone who's had this sort of plant for about 20 years and it's never grown these flowers. I'm not sure why. But originally, they all of the petals looked like this. Not like these darker brown ones, kind of. And one thing I noticed over the past few days is some of these dark ones have been falling off. Let's see if it focuses. Maybe not. There we go. So you can see it kind of looks brown and not very healthy, and a few of them have fallen. So I watered it again today, quite a lot, so I'm not sure if that's the reason why they're falling out. One thing that I have been doing is taking a spray bottle and just either spraying the flowers or spraying that a little bit and keeping my room a little bit warmer because this is a tropical plant. And so they like warm and humid conditions. So I've been trying to sort of create that environment for the plant. One thing that people always mention about this flower is that it's very fragrant. It's actually called a Dracaena fragrans. That does smell. Some people have said that the smell is overwhelming or so strong that it's gross. I personally don't think that. I also have a weak sense of smell. Um, but these are really beautiful whenever they bloom, and when they bloom, that's when they start to emit, a really sweet, flowery fragrance. Um, yeah. So one thing about these, again, I cannot find any information, so stay tuned if anything comes out of this. But you can see that there's a little bulb in the petals that fall off. If I zoom in really close, you can see that the bulb is right there. Sorry that the camera is shaky. But you can see the bulb in there. And so I'm kind of curious if anything were to come out of this. So one thing I did the other day when the first two fell is I planted two of them in here. You can't see them because, they're in the dirt. And I labeled one side. I kept the whole thing. I just planted the whole thing in the dirt. And the other side, I peeled the bulb out. So I'm going to show you guys what I did for that. And I will update if anything comes out of it. Because I'm kind of curious if it grows at all. But I'll show you guys if it'll focus. Come on. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. Okay. So for this, to peel it out, I do that. And you can see there's just a little bulb in there. That you can peel out. Come on. dropped it. So, that's what the little bulb looks like. Again, I don't know if this does anything or if anything comes out of it, but I'm gonna try. I also want to say that I am not a plant expert, and I am just a plant mom, and this is something new. So one thing that I did with this one thing I did with this is I buried it deep down in, and I know some plants grow better whenever the bulb or the thing is just sitting on top of the dirt. So I'm going to try that with a few. I'm just going to kind of press that in a little bit, and then I'm going to keep it damp. And this one, I'm going to do the same thing because I cannot find any information, and I just want to see if anything comes out of this. Yeah, so I'm going to set those ones on top. I'm going to peel another one of them and do the same thing, and then I'm going to bury a few of the others because I have a lot of these that have fallen out today. I've moved my plant around a little bit, and I think that's why they're falling. It is winter right now, and so it's cold outside, so right by the window, I don't want to keep the flowers right by the window, so I turned my plant to try and keep it away from the cold temperatures. So these ones I'm going to bury. I'm just going to push it down a little bit in the dirt, and I'm just going to cover it. So that one's covered. I'm going to peel this one and bury it as well. I'm also running out of containers to put dirt in. So this is literally just a lid to a candle that I have right here with some dirt in it, but I figured these things are pretty little, so it should be fine. Those ones in the other container were buried pretty deep, so I'm gonna keep these buried ones just kind of right on the surface because we're just experimenting right now. And I'm peeling this one also. I feel like peeling it is gonna do a better job if something happens. Like, it's just so green, right? Like, it is so, I don't know, I just feel like something could come out of that, so that's why I'm giving it a shot. Okay, so I'm gonna take my, that's not what I wanted to do. Can I zoom out anymore? No, I cannot. Anyway, I'm just gonna spray this and see if anything comes out of it. Awesome. And then I'm just going to set that in the windowsill, and we'll see if anything happens. And I'll keep you all updated if something does come out of it. So I hope that this video is helpful at all for anyone who has a plant like this that is growing these flowers, the Dracaena fragrans, otherwise known as a corn plant. And I want to say maybe the flowers are only called Dracaena fragrans because they're the only thing that emit the sweet smell. But anyway, I will keep you updated. I also just wanted to add a video in here to show you guys what they look like at night when they are in full bloom. As you can see, they're very bright and beautiful. I also added in a hyperlapse video of the flowers closing up during the day. And then here are a few pictures over time of when the flowers began to grow. So as you can see, it gets much longer and blooms really fast. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you.